The book of Joshua is named after its writer, Joshua the son of Nun, who succeeded Moses as leader of Israel. The book likely covers a period of more than 20 years, starting in 1473 BCE and ending in about 1450 BCE when the book was completed. The book of Joshua can be divided into 4 sections: Israel's entry into Canaan, the conquest of the land, the apportioning of it to the individual tribes, and Joshua's final exhortations. The book provides valuable lessons on the need for courage, faith, and obedience, especially when God's people face strong enemies. In chapters 1 and 2, Jehovah tells Joshua to be courageous and strong. The Israelites prepare to cross the Jordan River, and Joshua sends out 2 spies who go to Jericho. The spies go to the home of Rahab, a prostitute. Moved by faith in Jehovah, she hides the spies, thereby disobeying the order of the king. In chapters 3 to 6, Israel miraculously crosses the Jordan River on dry ground, even though the river is at flood stage. The Israelites observe the Passover and begin to eat the produce of the land. Joshua then meets a man with a drawn sword. The man is the prince of Jehovah's army. Through him, Jehovah tells Joshua how to conquer Jericho. Chapters 6 to 12 describe the conquest of the Promised Land. In chapter 6, Jericho falls. Only Rahab and her father's household are spared. In chapter 7, Achan is exposed for disobediently taking spoil from Jericho. He is put to death along with his family, who no doubt helped to conceal his sin. Did you know? Rahab and Achan provide contrasting lessons in faith and obedience. Though a Canaanite, Rahab was saved because she obeyed the spies and showed courageous faith in Jehovah. Although Achan was a member of God's dedicated nation and witnessed Jehovah bringing down the walls of Jericho, he was put to death because of his disobedience, lack of faith, and greed. In chapter 8, Ai is conquered and reduced to a permanent mound of ruins. Joshua then reads God's law to the people. Half of the nation stands in front of Mount Gerizim, and the other half in front of Mount Ebal. In chapter 9, the Gibeonites trick Joshua into making a covenant with them, and he spares their lives. Chapters 10 to 12 contain a record of some of Israel's God-given victories. God even hurls great hailstones at the Amorites and makes the sun stand still so that Israel can take vengeance on its enemies. In chapters 13 to 22, the Promised Land is apportioned among the tribes of Israel. The tabernacle is set up at Shiloh, and the Israelites select 6 cities of refuge for the unintentional manslayer. In chapter 22, the tribes of Reuben and Gad and the half-tribe of Manasseh go to their inheritance east of the Jordan. Chapters 23 and 24 contain Joshua's farewell speeches. He tells the people to fear Jehovah and serve him with integrity and faithfulness. Joshua, as well as Aaron's son Eleazar, then die. Also, the Israelites fulfill their sworn oath to bury the bones of Jacob's son Joseph in the Promised Land. As you read the book of Joshua, note how Jehovah blesses faithful and obedient ones. See how he fights for his people, and observe how he fulfills all his promises, thus strengthening our faith in our future inheritance under his glorious kingdom.